Did anyone else think Disventure Camp was an official reboot of Total Drama Island? The animation is so good looking that when I was trying to find the series and didn't know the name, I looked up New Total Drama Island where to watch. The best part is that it popped up. Total Drama Island was one of my favorite shows as a kid, so this was a great surprise. I ended up watching the whole series in 3 days. Overall, I'd highly recommend it to anyone who hasn't seen it. The story in Season 1 reminded me of a more tame Total Drama Island, kind of like Survivor, while Season 2 felt like the real thing. Season 3 was my favorite though because it had the best story by far and all of the best characters came back. This video isn't about the story though, I want to talk about my favorite character and why. Originally it was Jake. I really like his personality and how he develops relationships with characters. Him and Tom were the big one, but I thought it was sweet how him and Miriam bonded and ended up spending time together outside of the show. What kind of threw me off from him in season 1 was this argument he had with Tom where Ellie tells him this stupid lie that's so obviously a lie and has no proof and it still turns into a big fight. The whole thing was dumb. He did have great development in season 3 though, which kind of helped me feel better about this. His growth really helped his character. And he's getting a spin-off with Tom that I hope will get more people to turn around to him. But my favorite character now...
I hope I win that $1,000,000 and never see these people's faces ever again!
I didn't even have to watch season 2 to start loving Aiden. His design alone is unique and eye-catching. I bet pretty fast on him being my favorite character, and I was right. Nobody else came close. This guy stole the show. Aiden's a little awkward but friendly, and an overall good guy. He's one of the most normal contestants this season, which kind of throws him into the main character role. A large portion of season 2 and even 3 is dedicated to him dealing with the weirdos around him. This guy has to put up with Yul and Rhea. Twice. Yul who tries to poison him. Rhea who almost knocks him off a cliff. The villains in this show are no joke. Aiden's not afraid to stand up for himself either. He does his best to take care of the people he cares about. In season 3, his ability to defend himself and others gets him far in the game. He's able to take out a handful of villains like Ellie and Yul. He's also got some of, if not the best, relationship development in the series. Aiden forms a rocky relationship early on with James, a sort of cocky influencer type guy. James plans to create a romance plot with Aiden for fame without Aiden knowing any of it's fake. This weird forced obsession James starts playing up leaves Aiden uncomfortable, but he slowly warms up to it, leading to an actual romance developing between them. And of course, he eventually finds out the original plan. What I like comparing is how Aiden and Jake react to their romantic conflicts. I already mentioned it, but Jake was quick to snap before he knew whether or not Ellie was lying. Although I think his outburst was justified the first time when Tom did actually lie to him about something that I would personally find pretty important too. Aiden, on the other hand, handles the whole fake dating issue reasonably. Before he gets upset when Rhea tells him what's been happening, he asks James to confirm. From then on, he ignores him and decides he's only focused on winning. It takes Lake's support and a heartfelt conversation with James to reunite them, along with a push off a cliff. I'm sure that felt well deserved. And they get a happy ending after James wins the $1,000,000, later shown on a vacation together in season 3. It's nice seeing the payoff after all that struggle they went through. Aiden's also got a great bond with Lake, who he grows close to throughout the series. She's the one who helps him in the final challenge and helps him get the couple back together. They support each other even before that, encouraging each other to go for what they want in life. Another relationship I loved watching develop was between him and Jake. He started off season 3 not really liking him. I mean, he hated this guy. It took a lot for them to finally get on good terms. I liked seeing my favorite characters able to come together in the end. I also thought it was really good that he had someone he disliked that wasn't a stereotypical villain too. It added some nuance to it. He's probably got the best connections out of anyone here. He ends season 3 on good terms with most of the cast. I would argue that Aiden is the best example of a hero in Disventure Camp. I'm not really sure why anyone could dislike him. He's an all-around good person with good intentions. And it's pretty funny how inexperienced he is with stuff like romance.
Who had their first kiss in the previous challenge?
Can we talk about Aiden's voice acting for a second? He has the best in the cast. I don't think anyone did a bad job at all, but Aiden's is really, really impressive. I bet his voice actor, Brendan Belcher, is going to have some big roles in the future.
Jake is starting to really piss me off. First, the constant glares, and now he thinks me and Tom are a thing?
And he's got a great singing voice, but you're going to have to trust me because my last video already got copyrighted. Thanks for the support, by the way. 1,000 views is a lot for me. You can check out his channel to see or watch the series and find out how it comes into play there. Aiden is just one of many characters. There are so many that you either love or love to hate, like Rhea, who is a straight-up supervillain, or the well-meaning but slightly crazy underdog Gabby. The cast is so diverse, and there's a character for every viewer to latch onto. Like I say about every single thing I talk about on this channel, please check out Disventure Camp. If you haven't already seen it, it is so good. This series is amazing. I'm seriously impressed about how this is a YouTube show. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. I hope you got some kick out of me talking about my favorite character. Thanks for watching.